What is Upfront about?
So Upfront is a record that basically entails the individual, whether it be man, woman, boy, girl, you're on a mission. And while you're on a mission, sometimes you have distractions. And this is basically, those distractions may come. And it's basically, what can you give? How can I benefit from what you're, trying to offer? And most times it's never up to standard. So it's basically keep moving. So just know your self-worth and just being a boss.
Okay, who wrote the record?
And so actually, that's an awesome question. I actually wrote the record, and I enjoy writing the record. That's one of my favorite parts of being an artist is writing. Most of the artists that I love, they write their own music, 90% or better. Whether it be Mariah Carey, Prince, Rick James, just a few, just to name an example. But I enjoy that, just telling stories and connecting with the audience.
When did you write the record?
So, wow, it's 2020. I actually wrote it in 2016. So it's been a couple years ago, like 4 years ago. And it's the first record I actually wrote for my album release that will be released really soon, entitled Intro to Mannequin Land Volume 1. And that's the first track. Yeah, the first track that I recorded for a project, yeah. But it's been a long break in between. So yeah, that was that.
What's the reception?
So as far as Upfront, like the reception is actually like really dope. Like it's like people have been receiving it well. I want to say it's like the message goes back to like the songwriting and people like identifying like they need your money up front. You know what I'm saying? People got bills, people in school. You know what I mean? You need your dough. So it's really life applicable.
Is there a video?
There is a video. So if you go ahead and type in on YouTube, Mannequin, Maniquen, videos should go ahead and pop up for you. And the thing about the video, that's one of the main segment. Being as though that the album is almost here, I just wanted to give something to put out there visually for all my manic friends, just to hold you. But there is a Upfront Reloaded. So yeah.
When you say upfront, what does that mean?
Upfront is just basically asserting yourself and knowing knowing your worth, knowing what you deserve. I feel like as human beings, we go through enough life experiences where what you deserve and what you're not taking. So it's basically being upfront.
What genre of music would you say Upfront categorizes as?
I would actually, it's a multi-field record. Like I rap in the record, I also sing in the record as well. The beat switches, very universal.
What's the video concept?
The video concept is basically me taking you through different landmarks of Baltimore City and just taking a walk through the park and you vibing with me and while I'm explaining and letting you know why I need my money up front and they try to play with me, man.
Why did you make it your first single?
Well, I actually made it my first single because it just felt right. And just like I said, that was actually the first song that I've recorded for this project. And the beat was just so different. And like I said, I rap and I sang on it. And I was like, okay, boom. It's just giving, little pieces of what I can do. It's not just strictly rap. It's not just strictly singing. It's a healthy mixture of both. Like it plays double dutch the whole way through. So I felt like, hey, throw it out there, and I just love the message in it, so yeah.
So how would you like to end off this interview? Would you like to say your favorite line from Upfront?
Whoa, okay, let me see favorite line. If I had to choose, let me see, sipping my brandy mimosa and you want to be down, me comprende De Niro, I don't hear a sound. About that. Well, that's about one bar. Yeah.
And can you explain that line?
Yeah. So it's basically mimosa. Sip my brandy mimosa. Brandy is a iconic singer. But I'm referencing the mimosa itself, and the liquor itself. It's brown. Has a golden tint to it. Brandy's a golden woman, and sipping my brandy mimosa, and you wanna be down. She had a record entitled "I Wanna Be Down." And me comprende dinero, I don't hear a sound. It's like, I'm moving, you stopping me, you're saying, but, you're not speaking my language, because, I'm blind, blind.
That's dope. Well, thank you for doing this interview, and we wish you much success on your career.
I appreciate that. It was dope vibing with y'all. And once again, go ahead and hop up front if you have not already done so. Go check that video out. Much more coming soon.